Okay, I decided to do one last tutorial that would actually walk you through the homework assignment. So hopefully this will make it a little bit easier for you. Um, okay, let's open up a drawing from week 4. Uh, okay. So, and keep in mind that when you open this drawing, your new template settings will not be here. It will be on, I believe, the settings that were associated with that drawing when it was created, okay? So just keep that in mind. It'll be fine for this homework assignment. Okay, so we open it up, and now we're going to import points from our file. So we pick the format, and we import the points, okay? And then go ahead and zoom extent. Now you can see that everything looks really small. Over here is my drawing, and over here are my points. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and change the point setting, change the label style. Okay, so this is what yours will look like. Mine, I guess I changed the color of everything. And let's go ahead and change the scale. Okay, so now you can kind of see a little bit better. It's way over there. Well, we're going to move all of this. Just select it with your button. Oh, let's use the move command. You can do that by typing M, enter. Select it all, right click, and it wants the base point or displacement. And for this purpose, we really don't have to move it to a specific location. I just want you to click somewhere close to it and then move it way over here and make sure it's somewhere within the point. And you can see how, because I changed my annotation up so high, it made the annotative text and dimensions really big. So if we take it back down to 200, it'll adjust it accordingly. So if you want, the point of beginning on this one, see, is this corner here. And you might want to move this, want to get fancy, over to, let's select the endpoint of this line, and let's snap it to that node right there. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, you can. If you want to rotate all of it, you can rotate it to this line or that line, but that's getting fancy. That's not necessary. So I don't want to get too technical, but you can do that if you want to. You're more than welcome to. Okay, so now we've got it in here, and now I want you to create points on the corner of the boundary. And if it helps you to kind of take away some of the stuff that's showing, you might want to freeze some layers. Oh, dim is the current layer, so it can't freeze it. So let's change to thin. Freeze the dim layer. Okay, so now a lot easier to see what's going on. So let's create some points. And you can still do this by manual. And you can select, I'm going to turn the nearest off because it makes it harder to select the endpoint. So actually, let's escape out of that. We don't want to create one at the end point of that line because I've got that point there. So you can snap to the end point of that line. You can put one, okay, it's asking for the point description. So you can just say PC for property corner if you want. Elevation, just hit enter. You can select on your selection tools if you want. You can do the center, which would give you the radius point for this circle. If you want to do that, you can call that radius. It didn't do it. I guess I didn't have my object set. Okay, center. Now see if I do that radius. There it goes. Okay. What happened was when I was hovering over it, I didn't actually make sure my object snap was selecting the center of the circle. Okay, so endpoint here, select PC, and endpoint here, PC. Just putting the same elevation on all of them, which is fine. And here, see, and that's it. That's all that I want you to do as far as creating points. Again, if you really want to, you could create points for the building corners and call them BLDG or whatever you want to call them. And then I want you to export those points. So go in here to points, right click on export. You've got the right command. Select your destination file, homework7.asc, and make sure this file type is all files. Select open and hit OK. And it will put all the points from this drawing into that ASCII file, and that's fine. You could, if you wanted to, create a new point group, and you could call it property corners, give it information, and then include with numbers matching, and you can select in the drawing. So you could select which ones you want in that point group, and you say OK. Now you have a new one called property corners, and then you could export point and limit the group to a point group called property corner and select OK. And now I have a new ASCII file. I forgot to change it to ASC. But it's still there. Everything's there. So you can do it that way too. Anyways, I hope that helps you get through this homework assignment a little bit easier. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me. Be sure and upload the drawing and the ASCII file.